Welcome back to another battle, everybody. Today we're playing Progressive Capitals on the command base C1X map. We're playing as a green player out of the second position. We have a black bot in the first position, which is a little bit unfortunate. The best bonuses are probably going to be back left over here. I've got a 4 territory hold over Sector D here off of this 2, which is very central to the middle of the board. Only red sees that as well. I think we're going to take Intercom F there. Ideally, nobody caps on Workshop, nobody caps on Bay Operators here with the white player in the back. And we can start off with a decent hold. That would be ideal. Red goes after white. Again, black is a bot, which is unfortunate. That player did not ready up. We do play neutral AI with this series. This is Tier List Tuesday, series on the channel where we take a look at every single map in the game of Risk on the meta settings. Capital Conquest with progressive cards, balanced splits dice, no rank restrictions, alliances and portals are off, fog and blizzards are on. We have a, I don't like that cap for white actually. We have an interesting hold over here. Lot of territory of white here, but this cap is kind of buried. I think I recognize this white player's name. I believe I've played against them before, but I don't remember enough of their game. But if I remember correctly, I thought they were pretty good. Interested to see what red does, because we have quite a bit of red near us. White goes after us. I'd like to hit white at least once. We've got pink on the opposite side of our cap hold here. That's a solid capital. It's going to 2 point. So we have actually double 2 point hold here. There's one with the shared spot here with white, and then one with the shared spot with pink on the opposite side. Again, don't know where red is, and I don't think I will know where blue is. Quite a bit of white material in here. I don't want black to place here because I'd like to take as many territories as I can. That's kind of the key to this map. It does place a 2 over here, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're going to see white getting a decent amount, and I'm not sure, unless I'm able to roll this, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do much to them initially here. I am going to still roll this, I think. A little bit of blue over there. I don't lose anything on that. Got black in the pocket here. I'm gonna bring a 6 to capital, and I'm gonna hit white on this territory here. And pink. Not pink. I'm not gonna hit pink. And the reason I hit white there is I knock him down to 6 instead of 7 troops. Tactical play. He does not. Okay, he's operating over here. He does not have many troops on this cap. If I hold this bonus, I might be able to take white's cap off of my 2 over here on this right side, and then hold double here. It's really, this is entirely contingent on the pink player not breaking me right away, which I understand that he will have the ability to do. Unless I miss some of the view here, I don't think this is going to be larger than a 6 cap. And we are starting with a 5 over here. 5 plus we got 18. If we somehow don't get hit by red or blue or pink here, which I think I'll get hit by at least pink. I actually don't think I want to start war with white right away, though. I think that pink is going to be a better target. Because this is more valuable over here, and I've got the cap. The cap looks into white over here, whereas I don't like that. That might protect me from pink initially. He doesn't break me. Pink may have capped directly next to red. This might be a cap roll right away. Does this go up? It does. Okay. I might be able to take this then. I think pink may be capped right next to red, and pink does not roll red, which is really intriguing. Makes that cap a little bit worse. So I do hold here. I wonder if that means I go aggressive into white, though. Especially if I'm not getting hit by blue at all here. I start with 5. We're going to start with 3 extra. 8. I don't know if this is... The problem is if this is any more than... He could have been 6 max here. I think we do it. I think we do it. If I think this player is as good as I think he is, I think that was the right play. And then I can take this whole thing in here on the next turn. Defend this cap here. I got the 2-point hold over this area. Don't think white is going to be very happy with me. And you see how quick that attack... You guys see how quick that attacking was? To me, that tells me that this player is good. It's a shame that they got their cap rolled, but they split. You guys saw how many territories they separated there? Yeah, I had a feeling this was going to happen. I wanted to make sure he couldn't hit my cap here. I don't like that play for red. But I can't really afford to open red up. I think the cap is here. My concern is that he took all of this territory. I think I just got to flush white out of here. Not give red direct pathing into my capital. You know, that's +9 there. White's not pointed at me, so I can take much of this out. I knew red would break me, though. The problem is red has no leverage back here. As long as I can keep my caps, as long as I keep this 8 cap, I should be fine. I can play this a little bit slow. I got to be... Obviously, red broke me. I pulled the material away. He didn't hit me on the previous turn. Opts to break me there, which is inflammatory. I'm not really sure why you would do that. I don't want a ton of white in here. I'm going to take this back. Yeah, I think that was the right play. This 11's not going to go anywhere now. But this goes to show red, you didn't need to break me, and yet you broke me. Now, my concern here with white is how many territories he's taking. He does not, I don't think he yet has black's cap. Black started with 5 still. Now, you got to learn, bud. Why are we doing this? He puts troops in front of me. All right, well, I started with, what, 9 on the last turn? 8? I only started with 8. I'm not going to be able to get through him here. And obviously, he's pointed onto me now, which is not great. So I think I need to commit most of my troops down in here because he's pointed at me. That's obviously very bad. I can't let white have too many troops here. Hopefully black's not in this area. That would be also quite bad. But I need to defend this cap pretty heavily. Blue does have a bonus. That's also concerning. Yeah, red is... This is the issue with going aggressive into white, and I did, and I think that was... I do still think that was the right choice, but the issue with going aggressive into white is that red is now going aggressive into me. Granted, I re-broke him because he was going... Because he did that. I thought maybe we'd reach an agreement where he lets me hold here. Obviously not the case. So what I'm going to hopefully do is take this +7 here and then retaliate on him when the time comes. He is stuck back here behind our capitals, so there is that to keep an eye on. I don't want to get too aggressive here. I still need to defend this. I don't want white in here. I think a 5 should survive white. Obviously, if he trades, it's a little dangerous, but we can take this on the next turn. Just got to be a little bit careful. And I got to be wary of when he's got a bonus over here. Red's getting 11. This is exactly why I wanted to stack extra troops here. He doesn't have both bonuses, though. If he had both bonuses, he would be getting more than 11. So we can take this on the next turn. We just have to guard here additionally as well. And then we can focus on white. Pink is getting 15. Oh my goodness. How? He must have this split +8. And then he goes over the top line here. Got a kill guard on me. Everybody's getting quite a few troops here. I got to hope that blue with their 19 troops does not consider... trying to fix this. A little bit of a bug here. Does not consider coming down into me. But anyway, this is Tier List Tuesday. This is Command Base C1X. It is the second largest map in the game of Risk. Up until the Among Us map pack, it was the largest map in the game of Risk. And I think we've got Blue getting 19 over here. Probably has a +7, +5 would be my guess. So that's split. That's going to be a problem for Blue, I think, when Pink inevitably gets over there. And Pink actually has a pretty... weirdly good hold with where all of these blizzards fell. Weirdly good hold over there. Black bot still has its cap. I don't love that it placed here. It is my turn next. I will be the first one trading. I'm okay with that. I am actually plenty content with that. I have this bonus now. We got black out of here. Obviously, blue can come roll me if he wants to. White should not get enough troops off of his trade-in to do anything to me, and we're just going to try to snuff this player out as much as we can on this next turn now that we have a +7 that we can leverage a little bit better. I can't risk white holding like the +10 over there, which I think is what he's trying to hold. He's doing everything in his power to try to stay alive, which I respect. Good players do that. I saw an opportunity to take a pretty high leverage turn 1 cap roll, and I took it. I think that was the right choice. I just need to make sure, now that red's getting 17 troops, need to make sure that red can't take my cap here. So I can't play too aggressively. This is not a good play. You know I'm capped here. I don't know what the goal of this is. I'm wondering if I ignore white for a turn, since I'm going to get so many troops on this next turn, and I go heavy into red. This is so many troops stacked on me. It's clearly an aggressive play. Unless this play really only works if... Interesting that he's going to let blue hold this back here. He's going to take that entire +10 up there. And this is why I don't like what red has done here, is red is going so aggressive on me, but not defending himself to pink. And pink can break him at any time. I'm honestly surprised that he hasn't. Blue is the most concerning player here. He actually did get broken by pink up there. I was wondering if that was going to happen. He lost the +5. Maybe even more than that, honestly. Maybe white broke him somewhere. White may have broken him in the +7, actually, in here. I didn't see where that roll came from, but... Because here's the issue. Red's going to get 17 troops again, and he's going to attack me. So do I try to jump the gun here and get ahead of him? I'm only going to get 4 from the trade-in. I've got a double... Yeah, we're only going to get 16. I don't think it's worth hitting red right now. I think our best bet is taking a bit over here and really defending our cap on this side. Oh my goodness, dude. Alright, that makes more sense. And a joker is going to be really, really helpful. I wanted to make sure white didn't have the bonus over here. I don't think he may not have even realized I was capped here. I didn't think this was a particularly good cap for white. I will say that much. He may have just accidentally broken pink as well. I think he tried to take the middle bonus. I should be able to trace, given that everybody else has taken all of this ground, I actually should be able to trace white's steps for the most part here. Red won't have enough troops to come hit me. This should not win. If this wins, I'm quitting the game of Risk. I'm going to trade in on 3 because he's probably going to... If he keeps that stack there, he's a fool. That is a horrible play by red. I guess we'll ignore white for a turn. I have to deal with red. This is just so aggressive. He has hardly anything on cap, I have to imagine. I can't let white back into this game. That's my biggest concern here, is that a trade on 3 from white is going to be costly from me. But this is insane by red. I honestly can't believe that he did this, but maybe he has no other cards elsewhere. At that point, I probably would have just tried to roll the capital to shake up the rest of the board a little bit. It's funny that I made that move on white, and now red is doing all of this. I'm surprised that pink is letting red hold all of this up here as well. I may just have to trade on 3. I may not even have to trade on 3. I might just be able to take a card and chill and hope that red just doesn't have enough troops. It's not like I don't think he'll be able to kill me because the trades aren't high enough. So I just dump everything here. You know, maybe I even let white hold in the middle. But I'm also, yeah, this was a bit of a concern for me as well, was blue's activity on the right-hand side. He's only getting 7, though, so I think white broke quite a bit of them. And unfortunately, I was not able to fix the troop count, draft troops animation thing. Not showing up properly for us here, so... like, I could trade and hit this, but I think that's too risky. So what I'm going to do is... I don't want to exhaust my... my troops here if I don't need to. We do let white hold in the middle. He's going to come try to take this, isn't he? This is a... Yeah. Alright, we kill white on this next turn. I didn't want to have to trade. That's a horrible play by white. White should not have focused on my capital. He should have just focused on keeping a stack large in the middle. Red backs all of those troops up as well, which allows me to make this more aggressive play on white. I'm wondering if he's stacking it on pink now, which obviously is not going to work. Pink is getting so many troops. Very aggressive retake by white. Good for you, bud. I let him hold in the middle. I probably shouldn't. I don't think he wins that cap roll if I don't, but blue is now holding 11. Yeah, we're just going to kill white. If it doesn't work out for me, it doesn't work out for me. That was the end of black over here as well. I guess black was only getting 3 on that last turn. Yep, somebody else took that capital. We get a little bit better trade out of this. Have to trade the Joker, but... If you hadn't retaken the cap, I would not have targeted you here, bud. Honestly, even if this isn't the end of him, it is the end of him. Red moved the troops away, and he didn't trade in, so I assume he doesn't have a trade. He did get broken by pink. Sorry, white. It's a tough loss, man, but if he had just kept the big stack in the middle, I wouldn't have gone for him, but he gave me a reason to come kill him. And we're back on 3 cards. I picked up an extra card, and I get clearly a good player out of the game, right? He saw how many troops I was committing on the left-hand side here to try to defend against red. Which I do think was the right play. Obviously, I'm very concerned about what blue and pink are going to do here. We've got tons of board control. Blue is going to hit me. I just hope he doesn't trade in before doing it. I think pink goes into red here. I don't know which player took the black cap either. Now, I have the most central cap of anybody. Blue's actually in a really easily card blockable position, so I can probably punish that. I just was not in a position to do it yet. I think he's going to be aggressive here on this next turn, and if he gets this capital, it's going to be a little bit harder to block him. Pink goes into red, and blue is holding 21 worth. He doesn't trade. He is going to break me here, though. Comes this way. I don't get anything good out of this, so... Found blue's cap. That's not great. That's not great. That's not great. Red still has his capital. It's not great. Not with what the trades are at right now. And I don't have a trade on 4, so... I didn't like him leaving that in front of me. It was dangerous. But I guess the 33 being left in front of me is even worse. So that's not great either. So pink had full on broken here. Pink has not broken me, so I don't really have a reason to hit him. I almost hope that blue just goes for me and gets horrible dice. I was banking on having a trade on 4. That's why part of the reason why I didn't think that was as bad of an investment. Red does not trade here. I don't have the means of killing red, though. So Oh, play off of that. Yes, sir. Lock yourself off, and then I can card block him. This could win. It's a perfectly even roll. Alright, he lets me chill. I mean, I'm not going to let him... Now that he's made me his enemy, I'm not going to let him hold the +10. There's absolutely no reason to let him hold the +10. I have a trade now. Now, again, red could come into me here. I am still very concerned about that. It would be a horrendous play. If red hits me, it's a bad play. But I don't really know what his other choices are because he has no way to get into pink's stuff up here. Pink actually has... Yeah, he's got a 2-point hold over that. What is that, a +10 up there? Sector A +10, 2-point hold capital, and then the 10 here. And that also shares the 2-point hold over this bonus here. I'm trying... I've got pink fighting the battle with red. He will eventually win that. We got Fergus here. Look at this cat. Love this cat so much. We've got Fergus here. I have the card block on blue available. It's just not... I'm not ready for it yet. And I can take cards back here, actually, without too many issues. But I got to chunk through this. I'm wondering if he sets early. I am wondering if he sets early. He doesn't have good pathing, but he might break me in the middle. Yep. But I'm on 5 cards, bro. I'm on 5 cards. I don't like that play. Oh, definitely don't like that play. Not trying to grab your +7 bonus on the other side. Sneaky goof. Pink could roll me. I'm a little worried about that. I'm actually going to put the troops over here. I don't want to risk pink rolling this capital. But whatever we can take off of blue right now, we have another trade on 3 as well. If I can force blue to trade early and then make a play. Now, this is interesting. If red's cap is open here, because obviously red's focus has changed to pink. He's not focused on me so much anymore. He's a very quick attacker, which... Mind you, he didn't break any of pink there. Pink is the one that's been giving him problems, and he didn't break pink at all. What? I don't know what this guy's problem is. And to think I put the troops over here. Have to imagine pink kills red here. No? Okay. That's a horrible play by red. That's a really bad play. I mean, pink, that just gives pink the win. I don't have the bonus in the middle here, so... I'm not going to let blue hold this, but there's no reason to aggress red right now. I'd rather let pink invest the troops into that. I don't know why red did that. It didn't slider the capital either. He's going to hit me here, most likely. Or he's going to keep hitting pink, which makes even less sense. What are you doing, you absolute nincompoop? Yeah, buddy! Oh my goodness, man. That's why your move wasn't good. Why do you think I'm playing like this? I mean, his 2 cards is nice, but... I'm breaking blue because I know blue's already mad at me and I can't keep hitting this. If we see pink jump to 3 caps, that should be the tell, but I don't know when that's going to happen. He's getting 33 troops. Like, this is an unwinnable game. I really... Probably checks the cap now, right? I'm not going to keep hitting blue anymore. I don't think it's worth it. Although 60 troops off, if he's going to voluntarily... Actually, he's going to come break red for me, so that's fine. I'll leave him alone for a little bit while I can recoup and kill red on this next turn. I mean, he sank all of his troops into me. Like, I might as well try to get some cards off of him and reconstitute myself, but I think it's going to lead to war with pink. Although if he tries to kill red now, he may think that he had that. He may actually have just broken pink too. Like, I think blue might have overplayed his hand a little bit there. I know red doesn't have a trade. I'm keeping my line open on red so that I can kill him. That's essentially what I'm doing here. Trades are pretty high, so... And blue took most of this in the middle. I will set off of him. I'm going to kill red. Oh, well, not if pink does it first. Although, how much did he get? 43. Yeah, he's going to kill red right now. No. Hang on. I don't like that, though. He's up to 3 caps. That means... And blue's up to 2. Blue took all of red out of the middle here. Blue could actually kill me with a trade. I didn't think he was going to get 32 troops here. I think pink took this. Now I'm stuck. I'm in a horrible spot because of what red did. I don't know how to get out of this. But that's the issue when you leave. You know, I could have wailed on this. I needed to get white with white's play. I needed to get him out of the game. And unfortunately, there's a lot of quick attackers. Red's probably just an overly aggressive master. I don't think blue is very good, unfortunately. I think pink is decent. Pink has been very good at not being overly aggressive this game. I do think they missed out on some cards here, which I think is a mistake, but that's fine. I have to ignore him, I think, for the most part. I kind of got to force blue. I got to let blue get bigger and force him into pink because I'm not going to have many other choices here. There's going to be troops on this cap. I don't know if blue got 32, so I think he took the middle bonus here. Sure. If I feed it to pink, I feed it to pink. Yeah, that's fine. It was worth a shot. Again, I'd rather just feed it and be done with it. I maybe should have kept some of him in here as like bait. But I wanted to see if that was the kill, right? And you won't know until you know. 51 troops pink is getting. I do not have a trade on 3. And I'm in a horrible... White's cap was not good. I mean, that's the issue, is I tried to fortify troops to the good cap. Best cap on the board, I think mine was. And I think that a lot of times the Cheerless Tuesday videos, like I plug through these guys for so long and try to get you guys wins. And I want to do that, but... At the same time, I think it's good to see an honest experience on this map. I don't like this map very much. I think it's a decent map for Progressive Capitals because it provides card block opportunity, but I think the bonuses, it's far too snowbally. I think for a big map, it's not as good as a lot of people think it is, at least in my opinion. I find that the games on this map are, they're too often held on like a seesaw where too much weight on one end is going to send people flying, and blue didn't take a card there. What are you doing? I mean, this is the other issue, is we are just letting the pink player win this game. I don't know why he didn't want to open up my cap, I guess. I wouldn't have sacrificed a card for that though, especially he set in early to do that. I mean, this guy's getting 62 troops blue. Like, I don't really know what blue's goal is here. And pink's just going to take one card at a time because he's not a bad player. He's clearly pretty strong. He actually had broken blue already. So somehow we're going to have to play for second place here. Now, I guess we're trading with blue over here. I don't know if blue's going to try to do a little trading pocket over time or what the goal is. My cap should live. Pink's going to eventually break me. Pink has been decent to me this whole game. That's the one benefit. I couldn't shake red. That was my biggest issue, is I just could not shake the red player. We got white out, the player who capped near us, and was clearly fast. I don't think white should have retaken the capital. I think white's a pretty good player, but I think that was a mistake. You saw me up here. You knew I had lines back into you, and I was on cards. So I don't know that was the best play for the white player to make. Now, blue might try to block me here. I'm going to hit that. Oh, he moves it. I think he's trying to block pink. I don't know why, because I just don't think it's going to work. But like, you do you, man. I'm going to keep trading with blue over here until, you know, maybe we can swing this. And maybe blue's a better player than I thought, but this is 62 troops. Like, you're not going to stop this guy. Unfortunately, this means pink is coming to me. Oh, this is not a good play. What are you doing? If blue has you blocked, you're actually blocked. What? I have no idea what that maneuver was. I keep trading with blue over here. Now blue has a legitimate possibility of blocking this player on the other side. And pink opened me up to free cards. Like, I don't have any idea what that move by pink was. That was probably the worst move I've seen them make all game. But yeah, I think it's honest here. I like uploading wins for Tier List Tuesday, but I really, really don't like this map. Did he actually get blocked? No, he did not. I was hoping blue would block him, but I mean, he's getting 66 troops. Like, I don't know how you do that unless you're investing your trade into it. And until he opens up my capital, we're not going to have any means of doing that. So he and I are just going to trade here until pink gets over here and blocks us. I don't have a trade on 4 either, which is tough. But I'll keep trading with blue. I mean, pink is bound to win this game unless you're able to block him. And even then, it's 67 troops per turn. It is far too much. You've got to get in here and actually do something. It's a lot of troops, pink. He left this in the corner. I'm on 5 cards. Like, what are the odds he's actually defending everything here? Probably pretty high. Yeah, and blue's playing like a wiener. Oh, he didn't leave it there. I didn't even see the fortify go, man. Trying to set pink up for a potential kill here. But maybe leave him in a little pocket that he doesn't necessarily check. Like, if he tries rolling this and fails, do I have a set on 3? I don't. He's going to dip into the pocket here. If he wins this. He does win it. Does he clear everything back there? I wouldn't. He does not. It's not very strong, though. I don't know, man. I might as well tee somebody else up as bait. He's still holding a cap back there. This is a pretty anticlimactic ending. Maybe I'll upload another one. No trade-in right now, though. I don't know, I'll let pink win. I don't like this map very much. Which is a shame, because I should have had a great game, and I got it. This map always, games get ruined by body type players, in my opinion. Just curious what was over here. I'm waiting for 69. I'm waiting for him to eliminate blue. That's really what we're hoping for here. It's gonna take all of this, no doubt in my mind. Or he's gonna pull the troops forward to take blue out on the next turn. Fortified that over into here. I'm playing for second. I don't like playing for second, but we're playing for second. He didn't. That was not what he fortified. All right, that's fine. Just waiting for him to take blue out. Once he takes blue out, then I will let's not take blue out. Let blue have an extra card there. If that's the case, then pink is definitely better than I thought he would. Or then, well, then blue for sure. This is why you kill him when you let him get to 3 cards, dude. What are you doing? Need to get through the cap here. I don't know why pink let him have this back. Just pulled completely off of it, I guess. Just had nothing on it the whole time. Don't go off of that. Go off of the 282, dude. Come on. What are we doing here? Now, if this fails, I'd die laughing. I'm not going to see it, but we'll know. He didn't roll it. He did not roll it. Can we just end this, man? This is such a waste of time. Not sure what that accomplishes, but you do you. Yeah, there it goes. Trade? Oh, yeah, have a trade. He might have failed the kill by accident. Blue's doing the surprise face. Or blue left some stuff back here, maybe. No. 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 Okay, good. This is winnable. I can't believe he did that. No. How is he so much closer in terms of total troops to me? He doesn't set off of that. He doesn't even necessarily win this. With bad troop usage in here, he may not even win this. I'll have a trade on the next turn. I just gotta clear him out of all of this up here. 40. I can pull some of that over there. This back. Let's go here. No, you know what? I need those cards. Let's see. This is just extra territory to have at this point. I obviously don't have a trade, but I was thinking like, okay, this player's drawing this out. This is going to take forever, but if he loses enough on this cap up here and doesn't fortify. I mean, he left 42 on a 16, 346 on a 284, and he's not going to get the 53 over here. He's off 3 caps right now. I can just get troops back on them. If he fortifies to this one, I take these 2. Where does he go? If I don't see it go here. All right. Trade on 3 would be tough, but what's the right pathing here? I can snake this, right? I don't open that. He still has the pathing over here, but it's not as good. Trade on 3 would be great. Let's get a hundo here. I don't open that. I'll leave like 20 here. Hundo there, hundo there. Oh man. Trade on 3 gets through this, but I have a set on 3 myself. I have to trade to defend everything. If he attacks, he actually doesn't know how much I have over here, so he might feed me this by accident. Yep. Bingo. That's exactly what I was hoping for. And he locks the cap over here. Now, if he rolls a cap, I probably win the game. I can't believe... Guys, oh my goodness. This was such a dumb game. He locked it here. I'm not going to let him hold this in the middle. He fortifies back. I have to trade. We know this. Trades are how high? 150. I'm going to force him to roll stuff. I'm not going to hit... 70 is fine over here. I'm not going to hit this over here, I don't think. I could. Yeah, maybe we should. He's not open, so he's not going to be able to roll my other capitals. Ugh. Nice. And then let's get this over here. I'd like to clear him out of here completely so I can sit on that one cap. Even roll, you gotta be kidding me. That's insane. Oh, man. Oh, my God. I'm like sitting here thinking that this game is absolutely cooked and over, and it probably was. He doesn't trade on 4. Oh, he doesn't trade on 4. I'm going to hold all of this. All of this. He hasn't broken me up here. I don't think he's going to block me. I don't think he's... Unfortunately, I don't think this player is good enough to figure out the card block. I'm actually going to put this here to take this bonus. Trying to maximize my troops here. Yeah, let's hit this. I'm not going to hit that. Does this all connect? It does. Okay. Back on 2. He could roll a cap. He will roll a cap here, almost certainly. But he won't be able to get these 2. And if he splits his troops, yeah, I don't like that. This doesn't even inherently win this over here. Bang. Oh, man. I don't even know what to say, guys. I thought I had this lost so badly. I legitimately was trying to feed blue to pink. He could have a trade here. And I don't have a fortify. I got to put 1 troop here. The rest here. I'm going to have to fortify a little bit. I think fortifying off that left cap is probably the best bet. This pocket over here is just a lot of valuable territory. I should be able to take all of this out now. Because he started back there. And I connect. But again, hit as much as I can. And just force him to roll caps. We're on the same quantity of cards. And he's thinking about placing back here. I have a trade on 3 so I can defend everything again. I don't quite have him to the point where I got him blocked. He's going to break me underneath. That's smart. I'll give him that. That is smart. Now the question is he mindful enough to break me in the right spots here? Because does he flip back and break me here? He doesn't, so he misses this bonus. Now he's going to be on 4 here, but I can card block. He got how much that last turn? 23. That's a lot of troops. $50. I want to force his trade early. I want to force his trade early. That is a card block. If he somehow doesn't have a trade on 4 here, there's the trade on 4. Where does it go? If it goes left, huge. That is massive. Because he rolls a cap over here, gets pretty bad dice, and does not enter the rest of the board. So we know he's still got 200 troops, I think, over here at least. 200 something. I can't believe this. We baited him into rolling that. I wasn't going to roll over and die. I'm obviously going to try to win. And I still, again, I don't like this map very much, but that is certainly one positive way to play this. Now, if he puts a bunch here and I'm able to roll it, I'm going to hit it. I've got cards in the middle. Yeah, that's not enough. Sorry. That is off-cap troops that you are letting me hit, sir. I can actually take the entire middle here too. He quit. Let's go. I just scared Fergus a little bit. I thought I was cooked. I can't believe it. We snuffed out the black player. We dealt with the absolutely mind-boggling plays by red. We managed to feed blue to pink and committed so many troops into that. He was just rolling too many caps, I think. White was a grandmaster. Red an expert. Too aggressive. White picked a cap that was not well defended and then didn't defend it. He committed too much material. White committed too much material in that bonus, but on separate stacks, so he couldn't fortify them together. I'm not inherently surprised blue was a beginner. An intermediate seems about where I would expect the pink player. It's certainly not a bad player, but room for improvement. I can't believe we won this game, guys. The lesson in this game, there's a lot of lessons, and you can learn it from each level of player. For white, this is a map you have to try to aggressively expand on, but you got to aggressively expand from one spot. You got to get those troops back to cap, and he just didn't. Red, way too aggressive, blasting troops into me, and just, I don't know what leg you have to stand on at that point. Blue, I think he just picked a bad cap. You know, had real no autonomy. He only had the +5 in the back there that was a guaranteed hold for him. Everything else was split bonuses. And a 2-point card block off of that capital. And then pink, got to keep troops on your cap, man. The reason I won this game is because pink only kept troops on one of his capitals. If he had defended his original and my original, he would have easily have won this. I never would have gotten back into that pocket. A 250 or a 275 split off of that 550 instead of 550 on one spot, and he's golden. But he didn't want to. I think he didn't want to allow my pathing off of my cap. I get that, but you got to defend both. As far as the map goes, let's take a look at the images. 100 territories. I didn't go through, I apologize, I did not go through the individual bonuses. There is a 1+4, 3+5s, 3+7s, 2+8s, and 2+10. So a massive map. The difference is as the second largest map at 100 territories, 90 with the blizzards. It's much larger than the classic map. It's 4 territories smaller without blizzards and 3 territories smaller with blizzards than the Among Us airship map. The difference is that the bonuses on this map are fairly large, but their value is so high. And on airship, the largest bonus on that map is 6 in terms of value. You see the map here. We had tons of blizzards here. There's blizzards you can get that make like these 3 bonuses a 1-point hold from this area over here, and that kind of stuff, which I think is I think that's actually the big reason I don't like this map. Is it's really easy to get the pocket bonuses, and if those are in the hands of really strong players, the game collapses so quickly. Fortunately for this game, the 2 players that had massive bonuses early on in blue and pink did not leverage those to the advantage that I think they should have. Red also thwarted both mine and pink's plans in terms of rapid expansion into this region because of the way that they played that. But that's kind of how this plays out. As far as the map rank, I said I don't like it very much, but I have to try to be objective and mindful of everybody's considerations. I know a lot of people like this map. It does have really good card blocking opportunities. You saw it for me at the end there. I think it relies a little bit too heavily on the large bonuses being very beneficial. But as far as like being a good map and having card block opportunities and diplomacy between bonuses, and I tried to have diplomacy with red, he didn't allow me. I think because of that, it does still fall in the A tier. I think it's a good map. It's just not a map that I like very much, if that makes sense. I didn't want to let my feelings on the map personally affect the overall ranking of where I feel like I try to do this as sort of a consensus, but also with a flair of my opinion. I definitely don't think Command Base is an S tier map by any means, but it's not bad. And so we'll throw it towards the bottom of it. The A tier, I think a little bit above Himeji, and I think I like Lubeck, 28 turns, etc. a little bit better than that. So we'll be checking out the... hang on, I know this. Apologies, everybody. Next week... we will be looking at the Lunar Mining Facility map. If you remember our April Fool's game last year, that is the map, although no April Fool's about it this time around. We'll be looking at that map next week as we continue the sci-fi map pack. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you do, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back again next week with more Tier List Tuesday. As always, everybody, I've been C-Money. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a tremendous rest of your day. Peace.